Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. How you all doing? Hope you are good. Today we're checking out this video from Vigo Dad. It's titled "These are 5 moments in history when Poland changed the world." I am intrigued, I am interested, I cannot wait to jump into this video. Let's quickly check this out.
Boom! Cześć ludzie, what's up people? Hola, Vigo's Dad here. Welcome to another episode. We're living difficult times, and it seems as if human beings just don't learn from our own mistakes, and history repeats itself. With that, bad things in history will happen over and over again, but also good things. Today I want to tell you 5 times in history when Poland changed the world. And this is the first of those moments in history where Poland is changing the world. The war in Ukraine and the Polish support for the Ukrainian refugees. To quote the mayor of Medyka, Marek Iwasieczko, which is one of the primary crossing points for the refugees, he said, "These people have lost everything, and we need to help them, even if that means that we're going to have to learn to live with less." If that doesn't tell you what you need to know about the mentality of Polish people during this crisis, then I don't even know what to tell you. Did you know that ever since the Russian invasion started, more people have fled into Poland than the whole amount of refugees that came to Europe during the 2015 refugee crisis? And what is incredible is the fact that this is the first time where the host country hasn't had the need to build refugee camps. There are no refugee camps in Poland. The last few days I found something on social media that touched me. And don't quote me on this, but it's something to the degree that Polish people are helping Ukrainians because they know what it feels like to be there. They've been in those shoes.
True.
You know what that means? There are people alive today that their own grandparents have gone exactly through what the Ukrainians are going through. And because of this, Polish people have opened their arms, their houses, they're giving everything they can. We know that there's a lot of people struggling in this beautiful country. It's not easy, times are really difficult, and they're gonna get even harder. Don't you think they know that? They know that. Still, that doesn't prevent them from doing anything they can do to help a fellow Ukrainian, a neighbor, a brother Slav. And I believe wholeheartedly that this moment in time is going to go to the history books. We are living it. We are breathing history in the making. And one more time when Poland changed the world. Before World War II, there were around 3 million Jewish people living in Poland. That's around 10% of the population at the time. Poland was the center of the European Jewish world. On September 1st of 1939, Germany decided to invade Poland, and with that, the beginning of World War II exploded. The Nazi plan for Polish Jews was one of concentration, isolation, and eventual total annihilation during the Holocaust. Yet, the response of the Polish majority to the Jewish Holocaust covered an extremely wide spectrum, often ranging from acts of altruism at the risk of endangering their own lives and that of their families, through compassion to positivity, indifference, blackmail, and denunciation. An average Jew that survived in occupied Poland depended on many acts of acceptance and tolerance. Nearly every Jew that was rescued because of the cooperative efforts of a dozen people or more. There was an article published in the Journal of Genocide Research where Hans Firth estimated that around 1,200,000 Poles were involved in rescuing Jews. Poles were by nationality the most numerous persons to rescue Jews during the Holocaust. To date, 7,000 ethnic Poles have been recognized by the State of Israel as races among the nations, more by far than the citizens of any other country. The rescue efforts were aided by one of the largest resistance movements in Europe, the Polish underground state. I've talked about this on one of my other videos. I'm going to put a link here for you to find it. Of the 3 million Poles that lost their lives during World War II, thousands were killed by Germans for helping Jews.
I mean, it's safe to say that Poland people are good people. I mean, How many million people were killed because they helped the Jews? Germans actually killed millions of Poles, because they're helping Jews. I mean, it's very easy to say, oh, I don't want to get in the mix of your issues. You guys should sort yourself out. We are not accepting refugees, but they decided to help these people and then go to war with Germans. And I feel like that has to be one of the best things ever. It is always going to go down in history that there was a time, Poles, went to war with, Germans invaded Poland because they helped the Jews. And that's because, not even the Jews, the Ukrainians, because they remember that there was a time they were like that. And that is so beautiful. I mean, if you were to be some other countries or very other places, they'll be like, no, we don't want issues. We don't want to go to war with any country. We've been through a lot. Let's just be, let's just stay out of the issues. But no, they decided to help them. I mean, there was a time he mentioned that there was 10% of, other refugees in their country. How many countries can actually do that? This is so good. Like, history will always remember these countries, the Jews, the Ukrainians, they will always remember Poland for this good act. I mean, we know that they are a religious country, and it is not just by, they are more religious than any other country, but it is by doing, which I feel like this has to be like the highlight. This is so good to actually hear. Poland has changed history, and it will always be remembered in the history books that there was a time this happened. And I think this is good. This is so good.
In 1802, Napoleon dispatched a legion of around 5,000 Polish men to join the French forces in Saint-Domingue to help suppress the Haitian slave rebellion. The Poles were hoping to receive French support in restoring Poland's independence from its oppressors, Prussia, Russia, Austria, who divided the country in the late 18th century. These men were told that there was a revolt of prisoners in Saint-Domingue. But when they got there and they started being thrown into battle, they soon realized that the French were trying to stop a revolution of African slaves that they were trying to break free from their white masters. Very soon after, the Polish soldiers started admiring their opponents and actually turned on the French army and joined the rebelling Africans. Some of the Polish soldiers who remained on the French side still did not follow the orders properly and refused to murder the captured soldiers. After Haiti gained its independence, Dessalines recognized the Poles and spared them when he ordered the massacre of most French whites. He granted the Poles classification as Noir, or black, who constituted the new ruling class, and granted them full Haitian citizenship.
Wow.
Another moment when Poland changed the world was on the 14th of August of 1980, when a movement was founded named Solidarity, or in Polish, Solidarność. Solidarność was a Polish non-governmental trade union founded by Lech Wałęsa and others. In the early 80s, it became the first independent labor union in a Soviet bloc country. Solidarność gave rise to a broad, non-violent, anti-communistic social movement that at its height claimed around 9 million members. It is considered to have contributed greatly to the fall of communism. Between 1952 and 1989, Poland was ruled by a communistic government established after the Red Army's takeover of Polish territory from German occupation in World War II. The People's Republic of Poland tried to destroy the Union by instituting martial law in 1981, followed by several years of political repression, but in the end it was forced to negotiate. The roundtable talks between the Communist Party and the Solidarity-led opposition resulted in semi-free elections in 1989. And by the end of August of the same year, 1989, a Solidarity-led coalition government had begun, and Wałęsa was elected president in December of 1990. This was a historic moment for the world because soon after,
True.
this was followed by the dismantling of the communistic governmental system and by Poland's transformation into a modern democratic state, and was an unprecedented event, not only for the People's Republic of Poland, a satellite of the Soviet Union, but for the whole Eastern Bloc. Solidarności's example led to the spread of anti-communistic ideas throughout the Eastern Bloc, weakening communist governments. This process later culminating in the revolutions of 1989.
Wow.
Have you heard about?
If anybody watching me, knows more about the history about the Solidarność, please let know. I am so interested in this. I mean, Poland has made history, to be honest. I mean, these are historical facts that we need to be familiar with. I mean, yeah, this is so good to hear. I mean, because there's some history, there's some things that, we never knew existed, we never knew happened. And I mean, Poland has impressed me in a lot of ways. This is, whew, I don't even have the words. But if you know more about the history of Solidarność, please let know. Just a little bit breakdown about it. More, he has shown a little bit light on it. So if you know more that we need to know about it, please let us know in the comment section. Let's complete this video.
You heard about the Polish pilots in the Battle of Britain. Let me tell you about it. In June of 1940, during the darkest hours of World War II, France had fallen, bringing around 30,000 Polish military personnel across the Channel, including 8,500 Polish pilots. Having fought the Germans unsuccessfully in Poland and France, Winston Churchill declared the Polish Prime Minister in exile. "We shall conquer together, or we shall die together." And they both agreed to establish two Polish fighting wings, the 302 Poznan Squadron and the 303 Kościuszko Squadron. Despite the Polish pilots' extensive combat experience, the British, just as the French, decided to believe the German propaganda that the Polish Air Force had fallen so quickly because of the ineptitude of its pilots. The language gap gave the Royal Air Force even more skepticism about the newcomers, and they made it a priority to teach them the British tactics. And if you know Polish people, you know that they probably didn't take this too well. The 303 Squadron was carrying out some training maneuvers when the flying officer Ludwik Paszkiewicz spotted a large formation of German bombers and fighters. Paszkiewicz broke formation and charted at a Messerschmitt Me-110, and between him and another Hurricane pilot, brought down the plane. In just 42 days, the 303 Squadron brought down 126 German planes, becoming the most successful fighting squadron in the Battle of Britain. Overall, the squadron scored nearly 3 times the number of kills of the average British fighter squadron, with 1/3 the casualty rate. During some of the most desperate points in the battle, the Royal Air Force only had around 350 pilots to scrabble, of which 100 were Poles. Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of the episode. I hope you liked it. If you guys know any more historical events where Poland changed the world, please write down below. I would love to do a part 2 of this video. Once again, subscribe if you like the content, and see you next week. Pozdrawiam.
Wow. Poland has changed history forever. Like forever. I am so wild. Like, this is wow. If you guys know more about, any historical facts about Poland, please let us know in the comment section. Like, I am wowed. This is wow. The exclamation to this is wow. First of all, how good and how nice they are, how accommodating and all those things, and then fighting in battles. This is interesting to hear. Please drop in the comment section other facts that you know, which parts, you know, is a highlight for you. I feel like all 5 points were highlights for me because they had different things to talk about. Let's know your highlights, let's know your low points, let's know more facts or more historical facts if you're from Poland or you know about the history, you know. Let's know in the comment section. Do also like this video if you enjoyed it. Drop a comment on what you think, what you don't think, subtractions, additions. Let's know in the comment section, okay? Share with your friends who are Poles or interested in anything Poland, you know, and subscribe if you haven't, please, and turn on your post notification bell, okay, so you get notified anytime I drop in the video. Why we do all these things is just so that, you know, it helps with the algorithm. People, once, you know, YouTube sees that, oh, people are liking this video, it pushes out to other people, okay, and it helps the channel grow. So please do those nice amazing things. I'll see you in my next episode. Be good.